Good evening, everyone. It's Jeanette Martin, brand ambassador for the JD Farms Turkey Company. I am so excited tonight, much like I am every night. And the reason tonight that I'm so excited is when I went to culinary school back in the mid-'80s, I went to school to learn. I love soups and sauces. So tonight, we're going to take one little humble turkey thigh and do three kind of cool little ideas with it. My mama was raised, I'm the middle child of 7, and we didn't waste anything in my life or in our family. So tonight, I had a JD Farms turkey thigh that I took a piece off it. I think it was $6.19 or something like that. And I took a piece off it for another recipe I did a couple weeks ago. So I had the rest of the turkey thigh that I'm going to be using for this. So what I've done ahead of time is, I'm not going to show you that because that's a bit of a secret right now, is I've got the turkey thigh, the bone, that I've cut all the meat off to make my soup. But I'm going to show you that I'm going to do something with this turkey bone that's going to help develop flavor in my today's soup. But this bone is going to get caramelized and prepped for me to take the bone and make turkey stock with it. So that's kind of cool. So we've got turkey stock going to be created with the bone, and all this meat is going to come off it. We've got the turkey meat that I took the skin off, the turkey thigh, and I've got my, this is probably about 4 ounces of turkey thigh, clean skinned, that I'm going to be using in my coconut curry turkey soup. Big Asian flavors. And then I have traveled to China last year to visit my sister, and I'm going to give a little shout out. I don't know if she watches me, but it's my sister's birthday today, and she lives in Beijing, but she's home now, and we went to some incredible Chinese restaurants. And one of the things that they do with the chicken skin is they make something called a crackling, and they use that as a garnish on salads or dishes and soups. So I took the turkey skin off, don't want to waste it, and I've just put it on a little sheet tray that goes into my toaster oven on some nonstick paper. So or nonstick tin foil. I'm going to put this in the oven, and it's going to get really crispy. You got to watch it. You don't want it to burn. And then it's going to be the crumbly topping to go on my soup when it's ready. Okay, so I'm going to, first of all, I think it's important for me to show you what I've got instead of going through all the ingredients. So let me pull my camera down, and I'm going to turn the camera around. Oops, turn the camera around. So this is my cast of characters for tonight. Or my recipe. So I've got my JD Farms turkey thigh. For my soup, I've got some bok choy, green onions, carrot. There's a little jalapeno in there, and some celery. I've got some coconut. This is unsweetened organic coconut that's going to be going into the soup. Some cumin powder, some coriander powder, some lime leaf. That's going to be a nice little fresh element. Some Moroccan, or I can't say that, curry powder, salt, little sweet potato, my famous organic basil in a tube and cilantro in a tube. It's all about building big flavors in a short amount of time. Some garlic, some tomato, can of coconut. I like this organic full fat coconut milk. Easy chicken stock. If I had made my stock ahead of time, then I would have used my turkey stock for this. I've got some extra garlic over here that I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. So a little bit of red onion, green onion, celery, and carrot. That's for something else. Okay, and set up over here, I've got my pan, and of course I got my famous pan cam. So let's come back to me. So let's get started on building the flavor base of this soup. I'm going to turn my stove on, my little induction burner on, and hopefully you can still keep hearing me. Got it at about 240 degrees Celsius. Gonna put a little bit of a neutral oil into the pan, not much. Want to get this pan hot because what I'm gonna do is take that turkey thigh bone and I'm gonna brown it a bit before I put it in my pan. Then I'm going to put the cut up celery, onion, they call it the Trinity in culinary school. the celery, onion, carrot, and a little bit of garlic. So that's going to go in a pan that I'm going to roast the bones. Then once the bones are really nice and roasted to get those colors on it from the little bit of browning that I'm going to do now to show you because I want to get some flavor out of these bones for my soup tonight. But then I'm going to take the bones and roast them over in the oven. Okay, so let me just get the bone, and can you hear it sizzle? Just going to come back to here, and so you can see in the pan, a little bit of oil, and while I'm chopping up my vegetables, I'll be keeping a side eye on this turkey bone, the thigh bone, to get a little bit of color on it. Okay, so bring this back over here. Hopefully you guys don't get a little dizzy. If you guys have any questions about the turkey products, please let me know. I am here to help. So for making a stock, you don't have to get too fancy with the cut. So I'm just rough chopping the celery that's going to go in the bottom of the pan. Rough chopping the carrot because it's going to add some nice flavor. In culinary school, any peelings that you had, so from broccoli to cauliflower, onion peelings, we kept it all in a bucket so when we made stock, because of course even like the celery tops, it all adds great flavor. I'm going to keep the skin on the garlic and just give it a bit of a whack to open it up, because remember, once the bones are roasted and I dump this into a pot with some cool water, all of this is going to cook, but then I'm going to strain it off so I can keep the skin on. Whoops. So that's ready when my bone is ready. Okay, just watching out of the corner of my eye, turning, and I'll bring it back over. So you can kind of see that the bone is getting a little bit of color, and know that the flavor that's releasing is going to stay in my pan. That's going to help me build my Thai coconut curry soup tonight. Okay. And watching that. Back over here. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm so excited to be with you and share this recipe. I love making soup. Today was kind of rainy and then sunny, and this soup will keep. So let me just get prepped some of my ingredients. Again, when you use garlic, blade away from you, I put the palm of my hand and smack it down, and the garlic comes out super duper easy. I'm going to cut this. And another way to kind of make it even smaller, smacking it down, that kind of crushes it. If you have a garlic press, go ahead and use it. If any of my culinary teachers, my executive chefs that ever saw me use a garlic press, they'd probably shoot me. Okay, so chopping up my tomato. It's all about building flavor. Chopping up my tomato. Hi, Natasha, for tuning in. Natasha, my friend. Natasha is the manager of the big box outlet here in the Langley Township. Thank you so much for watching, Natasha. If you've got any questions, I'm here to help you answer them. The bok choy, just a nice little rough chop on this. I'm even keeping the stem. Getting all this prepped. My sweet potato, being that's a little bit harder vegetable, I'm going to cut this up, maybe in about a centimeter slice. Okay, I want to check my turkey. Getting that brown. Oh yeah, it's browning up nicely. This is kind of a bit of a, they say in the music industry, a riff on a Thai plus an East Indian, because I'm using a yellow curry powder, but I'm also using some cumin and coriander, and I've got a lot of green vegetables in here as well. So rough chopping the green onion, the celery, bit of an angle cut. There. Woo! Look at the bounty of vegetables that are going into this. I love soups like this. It's a great way to hide vegetables on kids. Just keep putting lots of vegetables in there. So I have both the green onion bottom and the green onion top. This soup will cook for about, I'm going to say half an hour to 45 minutes. You want to make sure all your vegetables are cooked through. Jalapeno. I'm going to show you a really cool way to clean a jalapeno. So I had the top, took it off. Okay. You can either, if you like it spicy, which I want a couple of those rings of spiciness. So I'm going to leave some with the seeds. But the easiest way to clean a jalapeno, because the jalapeno heat isn't in here, it's in the ribs and the seeds. So I take a little teaspoon and I drag my spoon through the little ribs and veins. And the closest you get to the flesh and remove the veins, the heat kind of goes with it. So that's how you get rid of the seeds, because it's the seeds and the little veins. But I want a little bit of heat. Okay, so I think I have all my vegetables prepped. Oh, I forgot my carrot. Carrot. Nice little circles. Just think of how when this goes into the bowl, the different textures. Look at all those vegetables. Amazing. Okay, so let's come back over to the pan cam. Because I want to show you how I'm getting that flavor, a little bit of color. If I had a little bit more time, I would continue to brown this. But I'm going to put this into my pan because I'm not wasting it. Now I'm going to roast this at about 325 for a good, I'm going to say about 45 minutes. I want a good color on this because that's going to add amazing color to my stock. Okay, and you might be able to see I've got a little bit of those turkey flavors going on in there. That's what I want to build flavor. So I'm going to add now the fat from the top of the canned coconut to saute up and to wake up my spices. These have been sleeping and you want to wake up the flavor of them. Need another teaspoon. And this is all about big flavors. So in goes a teaspoon of coriander, ground coriander, teaspoon of ground cumin, nice smoky spice, teaspoon of ground my curry, nice big grating of pepper, and now I'm just gonna move those spices around in that coconut fat that was on the top of the can of coconut. I want to cook out kind of that rawness that spices can have, and I want to blend those in and bring out the big flavors that are going to be happening. And then I'll add my turkey. And when I add my turkey, oh my gosh, this is smelling amazing. When I add my turkey, I'm not looking to get any color on it. I just want this turkey to absorb some of the spices. So that's good. Got my cubed turkey going in there. Just want to get everybody married around. Just gonna, whoops, turn this up to sear. There we go. Getting that turkey coated with the spices. Oh, can you see a little bit of steam and heat and smoke now? And I'm developing something on the bottom. If you can kind of see this part here, flavor is really developing. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to get all these amazing vegetables into the pot. Get all that garlic in there. Nope, and I think I turned off my... Get that cooking around. And the juice of the tomato will help to get all those little bits. I'm using a really good non-stick pan as well. Just want to give these vegetables a bit of a stir. And I bring over here, maybe I can get you into there as well. There we go. I want to get those vegetables all coated in those beautiful cumin and coriander and the curry. Now I'm going to add in a couple of lime leaves. These you can get at the Gourmet Warehouse. And what the lime leaf does is it just adds a sense of brightness in the back of the stock. Really stirring that around. And now I'm going to add a good teaspoon of my basil and my oregano. These are so handy. I get them in the vegetable section of the supermarket. There's sometimes where the spices that come fresh in the little packages. Okay. Going to add in my 1/3 of a cup of unsweetened organic coconut. That's going to add some nice body. Plus I want to get a little bit of a toasted and wake up the flavors in the oil that's in there as well. Stirring that around. This is going to make enough for a family of 4. You could serve a little bowl of rice and pour this over the top, this soup as well. Oh, we're going to come back over to the pan can. There we go. Because you might see at the bottom there, there's that little bit of fond. Well, how we're going to now deglaze it, fancy culinary term, we're going to add, this is almost 2 cups of chicken stock. You could use turkey stock if that's what you had. You could use vegetable stock if that's what you had. I wouldn't use a beef stock. It's too beefy. Okay, we're just going to stir that around, and I'm kind of feeling at the bottom of my pan how I'm going to get all those little bits up. Stirring this around. Yeah, I'm just kind of feeling at the bottom of my pan that I'm deglazing my pan before I add my can of coconut milk. So now in goes the coconut milk. Oh, I forgot to add. This needs about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'll correct the salt at the end as well. And let's get that can of coconut milk in. Oh my gosh, can you see the color that's starting to develop with that curry? And because we woke up those curry spices, we got it in there with the meat and all the little nooks and crannies of the meat, the spices are going to be in there. So this is going to cook for about 45 minutes. I want to have my vegetables fork tender. I'll fish out the lime leaf because they're not good to eat. And in that time frame, my cracklin made with the turkey skin will be available for me to crush up and put on as a little bit of a garnish or a cracker. So moving you back. There was a lot of back and forth today. So that's my recipe, and what a great value, eh? When we're able to take 1 turkey thigh, that it was about, I think, like I said, it was about $6.19 for this big, well, you can imagine the size, because that was the skin that was on it, and it was about this thick. That we got 3 meals out of it. We're going to make I had a piece that I cut off, and I can't remember what I made with it. I have to look back on my videos. Number 2, cutting all the meat off it, and then roasting the bone and making my own turkey stock. Fantastic value. I could make this crackling and just kind of keep it in a airtight container and maybe use it on a salad. So that's like 3 different things out of one little humble turkey thigh. And of course, we're making this incredible coconut curry turkey soup that's just got a bounty of vegetables in it. So that's how you smart buy at JD Farms, is you just think about all the different items that you can do out of one turkey thigh. And I'm going to show you with our turkey wings some really cool things of what we're going to do that for the long weekend. So from my home to your home, God bless. From the JD Farms family of Jack and Jason and Marilyn and Jennifer and all their spouses and kids and the people that are working so hard in our store for you. We wish you to be safe. We wish you to be tucked safely at home, creating amazing memories with your family, so we can get through this together and we can invite more of our friends over. We want you around for generations and generations to come. And do remember that we have our super duper easy online ordering system now. I was on there today taking a look what we have to offer, that if you place your order, I believe we have a 2-hour, maybe 3-hour window. If you place your order tonight, they'll pick it, and by noon tomorrow, they'll have it ready for you. Or if you place it by 10 o'clock in the morning, by about noon or 1 o'clock, they'll have it ready for you. So you can drive by, and they'll throw it in your trunk, and you're on your way. So we make it super easy for you at JD Farms. So again, enjoy the night. If you're watching this on the replay and you want any questions answered, please put them in the comments, and I will answer them for you. And share this video on with anybody who you think needs to learn how to maximize one little turkey thigh into 3 different dishes. Enjoy the night, everybody. Bye-bye, and I'll see you tomorrow night, Thursday night, and also Friday night, because it's the long weekend, and we need to prep for the long weekend. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.